Well, a very warm and sunny, sunny and warm welcome to one and all who have decided to take some very precious time out of their day to come watch this episode here in Old Kiwi Farm. Well, it's been a lazy summer for me. Just been well, shall we go take a quick tour around? I mean, this is pretty much standard. Nothing much has changed over here. We go over here. We still, if you remember, we put the wides on this one. So hopefully it'll pull the grain giant a little better. We picked up another griffin, this time in Kloss Gray with green tires. And another TARDIS trailer, as I like to call it, with the green tires. So that will help us out with the harvest. Once coffee is not ready yet, there is a lot of coffee to be had, except for 9, which finally popped up as ready to harvest. I've tucked away the cedars over here and the normal stuff. Here's my personal harvester. This is the other Xerion. And of course, coming around this way, here's our original Griffin. Nothing else over here. And ta-da! 2 brand new Kloss Blexions for the workers to mangle up in their pursuit of harvest. With the standard Kloss header on there, of course, for their working pleasure. And shall we go out and clear that field? I don't remember what's on there anymore. I think we planted. Did we plant canola or soybeans? Maybe soybeans. I can't remember. We'll find out when we get there. How about that? And then that shouldn't actually take very long. But what I have decided to do is once we clear that, we're just going to go ahead and start plowing out the land in between there. And we're going to eventually join it up with this, and we can do that. We'll do the final touches on it once fall arrives and we have harvested our coffee. Let us just I don't even remember what did I put in here. I put in canola. Surprise, surprise. Okay, well, there we go. Canola number 1. I guess I should go grab. Shall we use our new our new Griffin? I got the Kloss colored cover. Wow, say that 3 times fast. Ay. And I haven't even had any barley waters. Maybe I should have a few. It is Friday, after all, the time of this recording. We were just, we were just in Yelsa Farmers. Jelsa? I think Yelsa is like Norwegian. I don't think they pronounce the J as a hard J. It's more of a soft J. His live stream there out in Norwayland. And always good time, always good company. Everybody's there's pretty much everybody popped in there from the OFF circle of farm sim farmers. So, Jelsa, congratulations on your PS5, on your first live stream on the PS5. I'll probably eventually get there. I do I do want to explore that part of the game. There's a lot of ideas. We're kind of bantering around. I've been talking with my friend John Linden there. Please go check out his channel. He is a very say gentle manner about him that it's just very calming. He's just farming away on his farm, new farm on Welker Farms, I believe. Big map, big American map. Something on. Well, he was on No Man's Land before, so it's not like he's not accustomed to larger maps. But Welker Farms is big square American map, so tend to be big, and he's got his little farm set up there, so that's very nice. And he's it's just doing his thing, like we all are. Now let's get into it here. Yeah, so what else? Everybody said, it's the live stream is an interesting animal because there's interaction, but you only hear the one fellow talking, of course. That's hosting the doing the live stream. The chat's there. It's always kind of a mixture of trying to pay attention to the chat and then doing. I mean, to be quite honest, I don't really pay much attention to what is actually being done on the game. It's more of like John says, a barnyard chat, which is good to have some interaction between. I guess I must consider myself a content creator. I do create content and post it on YouTube, so it's kind of a bit of a. I mean, there's a full range, right? I mean, I'm no superstar by any means, nor am I have 100,000 subscribers as some do. Nowhere near the 19 that you see on the screen is pretty good, I think, for myself. So thank you to all 19 of you very much. I appreciate your support. It is very kind of you to not delete me from the subscription list. I hope I do not. I try to be very respectful, and I don't. I'm not. Keep the content neutral and unoffensive. That is my aim. Let's go get our. Of course, I have my own style of play. I tried the walking to the different vehicles, and it's just painful for me. Realistically, I mean, if you want to talk realism, there would be someone in the truck that would drive it to the harvester that needs to be unloaded, as our friend CBW Chad there, CBW Farms LLC. Please go check him out. He's actually done a few shorts of him actually harvesting and driving a grain cart and drying grain and all those farmyard type fun stuff that farmers do. So anyways, that's how I see it. I am multiplating. That's a new word. Multiplating myself multiplying myself. And I have one of me in every one of these vehicles, and when I need to do something, I just become that person in that vehicle. Anyways, that's it would help if I turned it on. And there we go. It was funny. John brought up the. I do. We are planning. Me and Mr. John Linden are planning a. Let's just say more of a. Well, it's a multiplayer. It's going to happen in multiplayer. Hopefully this weekend. Just a little preview. It is on a very tiny map, and I think it's going to be quite interesting. The aim is to really be more of a social event, perhaps, amongst our group, but the farm sim community in general. I would like, and a thought has been knocked around, and I like it. Both John and myself have kind of come up with the ideas, so to have special guests show up. So anyone who kind of open it up at least for the start to our circle of the OFF farmers, or the that group to start with, just because we've got to know each other to the extent where it's a comfortable environment for both parties. And so if anyone is interested, I know me and Rob have a series going right now on Rustic Acres, and John and myself will be having one. And so if anyone else is interested, just let me know. Either on my YouTube, I look at every message, I read every message. I wait till they pop up and I see. I literally read every, not that there's a lot of messages, but I do read every one of them, and try to respond in some way as well. So yeah, if you're interested, please let me know. I think that would be fun. It's just so much about this game is just like myself talking to an audience, of course, or myself. If no one watches, I'm just talking to myself then. and that's what I'm afraid of on a live stream, and just being there, nobody's there. It's like, oh, I guess I'm just going to talk to myself. But it's nice for the interaction, the banter, the witty banter, perhaps. And then it's an opportunity that I think it's an opportunity for me to kind of like, let's say, have a bit of an interview, like for instance, it's going to be me and Mr. John Linden. We will likely talk a little bit about him and his channel and what he likes, and maybe a few other surprises or things of that nature. But it's a little chance to kind of have a little conversation and talk about things. And it's always things when there's a like a conversation, obviously there's going to be things that subjects that are brought up that wouldn't necessarily be something I would talk about, but yeah, it's like as I say, it's a conversation. It's an event. You come over for a visit, and you talk about stuff. So, of course, here it's Farm Sim 19 as it is now. Talk about future things that have happened in the past, mods, farming techniques, what you like, a little bit of personal stuff, whatever you might be comfortable with. What you what you'd like to do for hobbies outside the game. Maybe what you do for work. Whatever it is you want to talk about, really. I mean, with of course within the boundaries of decency and all ages. It's going to be a family friendly, a very G-rated like series. So there's it's going to be very very all on the up and up, as maybe Mr. Sealy P might say. But I mean, if you don't want to talk about something, then you don't talk about it. It's not going to be a forced. Hey, what do you do? Where do you live? Where unless you want to talk about where you're from or a little bit about yourself. That's fine. It's really just an open opportunity for someone to just yeah, have a little interaction that's a little different than just making a video, which I do love doing. And I always liked the team based. I was always drawn to the cooperative team based type game. And I mean the competitive games, the sports games, you play against your buddy, but was fun, and it's all you get the thrill of beating your buddy or whatever. But when games started to offer, hey, me and my buddy can play on the same team against an opponent, computer usually, or I think the first time I really started to experience that to what the potential of that could be was way back with the old Sega Genesis. Now, I was huge into hockey, and football was a big thing too. But the NHL 94 I think was the first one. 95 was the second one, and somewhere in there, I can't remember exactly which one, it allowed two players to play on the same team against the computer. And that was loads of fun. Doing that was more enjoyable than anything else I had done with that game. It was such yeah. And then a while later, there was an adapter you could plug into this, because there was only two. It was wired controllers, right? So two controllers. But then there came out an adapter that you could hook up 4 controllers, and then you could have, like, if you want all 4 of you on one team, or 2 against 2 or whatever. And then it's just like, wow. So. And then the kind of things went. I mean, there's a lot of games now that are a lot of the sporting games. I mean, now it's online, right? So you play with your buddies you have a buddy in the other side of the country, or another country, or Norway for instance, or Iowa, or New Brunswick, or anywhere in the world, really, that has an internet connection. You can play against or with. And the team, the cooperative nature. I've always, along with my competitive nature, and I do have a competitive streak in me. It's kind of mellowed as I've aged, but it's still there. But the team sports were always. I played ice hockey for many years, not at any professional level or even college or whatever, but at a level where I was challenged and I was equal to the task of the level of players that I played with. And I played with some, I would say, fairly good players. Nothing. I mean that's a story for another time. I was able to meet some interesting people in my time playing ice hockey. So it was an enjoyable time. I have since hung up my skates pretty much. I don't think I will be playing. Well, never say never, but for the time being, I'm not. But yeah, any kind of team sport. I like baseball's fun. I mean, I've never played any kind of. I mean, I might have been involved in about 3 organized games, but I do really enjoy baseball. Football's fun too. All the main team sports. Soccer has too much running for me, unless I'm the goalkeeper. That was all right. Sorry, for you European type, the European football, of course. Yeah, so, yeah, that's a little bit me blabbing on about sports and cooperative play, and it's just the camaraderie of getting together and having a common goal to work for. Actually, a lot of you get some role playing games. I can see why the games like what was that? There was like a really big. And someone's like, oh, it's some online computer online, massive multiplayer game, kind of a Dungeons and Dragons kind of. I can't remember the name of it now. It was hugely, and probably is still hugely popular. I never got into it, but I mean you could. I at least I know some of them you could team up with friends or whatever and go fight monsters and search for treasure and so forth. I do really like, or I did really like the role-playing Final Fantasy type games, and there's been quite a few. My preference is turn-based, of course, being old school. Not much of a fan of the live-action type base games that are pretty much predominant now. And that my babbling has taken us to the end of this harvest. And it'll all fit in the in our little TARDIS trailer, of course. And here we go. Yes, Helper D. Helper D is a good boy. I told him to stay away from that Helper H. I think we'll be all right. And there we go. Excellent. Yeah, we will take a little tally here, and we will wrap up this episode. I might do a little touch up around has the coffee turned yet? As the coffee turns, so is the days of our lives. Will John confess to Mary about his affair with Dr. Jane? Stay tuned next week. We'll find out the thrilling story of on how the coffee turns. Oh, can make fun of that so easy. Um, all right. Well, good thing these harvesters empty out quickly. What will we end up with? Canola, I know as canola's not all that of a crazy high yielding product. It does sell for a decent price. Oh, let's just have a quick look at canola. And our economy is kind of in the tank right now as it was. It's not really paying out all that great. 800 at the farm shop. Could be about as the best that we might get. We'll have to wait for we'll have to check out prices and see. I'll put it in our little silo. Well, thanks for hanging around. We'll do a little bit of prep on there, maybe to till it up a little bit, waiting for the coffee to show up, and I might have to buy another harvester. 3 might not be enough to tackle all this. I don't know. I might be too busy just trying to empty them all. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see what I decide. We might get started and it's like, oh, I need another one. Or I might just, yeah. Anyways, thanks for watching, everybody. Please throw a like on there if you like the episode. Leave a comment, please, if you so choose to do so. That'd be great. Remember, it's Looney Farm Guy here. And remember, it's just a game, so have some fun with it. I do. Till next time, bye for now.